I have no life. I'm on an org. I have 18k earned and 60k plus PR. I could probably become a tier 1 pro. Yo, what is up, boys? It's Jaith. Welcome back to the third episode of Road to Tier 1 Pro. In this episode, we're going to be going over how to start your career as a professional Fortnite player. I'm going to be using my 2 years of experience to give you the most honest advice I can that I don't think people tell you, and it's not really talked about a lot. We're going to be going over things such as how to get good teammates, how to join pro scrims, and how to get your career moving in the right direction while getting your name out there. At the end of the video, I'm also going to be sharing with you guys the new trio for tomorrow's Cash Cup, and also some really exciting news and my new duo for the Boom TV Cup, so stick around for that also. Alright boys, before I tell you guys how to join pro scrims, how to find good teammates, and how to get your name out there, I want you guys to understand that I've been playing this game for 2 years. I've been at the highest in Elite Discords, placing in FNCS finals, and I've also been at the lowest where I've choked tournaments, I've been kicked from Elite, and I have the experience to truly give you guys the best advice. Whether you choose to listen and to go through with what I recommend is totally up to you. But I do promise that if you do listen to what I say and you give it your all and put the time and put the work in, then you will see results. First, let's talk about how to find good teammates. The East Open Discord is completely overlooked by so many players. People think that because of its reputation of not being as good as the pro scrims or the elite scrims, that the players are bad. That's not the case at all. There's about, I don't know, 50,000 or so players in that Discord. Obviously, a lot of them are bad, yeah, but there's a lot of hidden gems. There's a lot of players that aren't in pro scrims that nobody even knows about, that have the skill to be in pro scrims or to be pros, and no one's found them yet. No one has taught them the game. They haven't had teammates just like you. It's about finding those teammates. So, Jaith, how do I find those players, you ask? There's 50,000 people in the Discord. Yeah, I mean, that's the hard part. But the one thing is, if you put in the time to find them, if you spend those hours and hours playground or 1v1 realistic, 1v1 box fighting with every player that asks to in the East Open, you know, looking for game chat, you will find the player that shits on you, who doesn't have a team, and then you play with him, you ask him to play. That takes so much time of testing out players, but if you really want to be a pro that bad, you will put in the time. Besides that, that's a really good way to make connections. So let's say you do play with a kid and he is really good, or he's average. You kind of become friends with him. He invites you to his friend Discord, where you meet another kid who's looking for a team, and then you end up playing with his friend who's also really good. There's so many possibilities when you put yourself out there and you put in the time to meet new players who have like all different skill levels. You never know who they know. You never know how they might help you, whether they just teach you something small, which ends up being helpful, or whether they introduce you to a friend who doesn't have a team, or they don't have a team. That is the best way. I'm not joking when I say this. You won't fail in finding good teammates if you put the time in the East Open Discord to try out players, to give them a chance, and yeah, if you want it bad enough, you'll go in there and you'll find someone at your skill level that wants to grind as hard as you can. Before I go on to the next topic, which is how to join pro scrims, I want to just take in this clutch that Pump had during the FaZe tournament. Oh my god. I mean, Pump is the GOAT. I mean, he had 10 health, he was dying to storm, and he clutches that with a 150 pump. That was for back-to-back wins, baby. Alright, let's get back to the video. Okay, so you want to join pro scrims, right? You want to be like every pro that streams. You want to play in the scrims every day at 6 p.m. You want to be in their games and you want to get the best practice. I get that, and everyone does, honestly. And there's a way to do that. There's a legit way to do that without having to know someone that gets you in, without having to pay someone to get you in. There's a legit way that you can get in from scrims, and that also stems back to the East Open Discord. In the East Open Discord, there's 3 main roles. There's Open, there's Challengers, and there's Gold. You can rank up to the next level by placing top 3 or top 5 in scrim ladders. Scrim ladders are where there's basically like a certain amount of days you play the scrims, it keeps track of your points, and if you do well enough where you place top 3 or top 5, then you'll get promoted to the next role. So you could go into East Open this week, you could play the rank scrims in Open. If you do well, you'll get promoted to Challengers. If you do well in Challengers, you'll get promoted to Gold, and then from Gold, if you do well in Gold, that's when you'll get invited to the official Pro Discord, or PRAC is what most pros call it. Similar to PRAC, you know, if you do well in PRAC, you'll get invited to Elite, or if you place well in tournaments, you'll get invited to Elite. But most of the time, PRAC and Elite just play together anyway, so it's kind of like the same thing. But this is a legit way to do it, and you know, if you have a team, or if you don't have a team, then go back to step 1 and do what I said to find teammates. But if you do have a team, you could get into PRAC in as little as a month, and you know, it would be a grind, but you would get a lot of practice along the way, and everything's a grind. You're gonna have to grind to get what you want, and you know, to be a pro, which is basically the best job in the world. You're playing Fortnite for a living, or you're at least making some money from it. I know that when you join the East Open Discord, things might look overwhelming. There's a lot of channels and a lot of people, but if you just take about 10 minutes to just look through everything and actually read how the Discord works, you'll find yourself understanding it obviously a lot more, and you'll probably be more successful in climbing the ranks and eventually getting to pro scrims. This also has to do with what I was talking about at the beginning, which is how to get your name out there. This is the best way to get your name out there. When you're playing pro scrims, or even gold scrims, which sometimes plays with PRAC, and you're thanking the bus driver, and you know, you're killing players, streamers are spectating you, people are going to start to recognize your name, and only good things can come from people recognizing your name. Another thing to keep in mind is that you have to completely drop your ego, whether it's looking for teammates or looking to rank up. You have to understand that there's a reason that you're not in pro scrims right now. As harsh as that sounds, either you don't have the placements, or you're just not that good yet. You need to understand that, and you need to be willing to grow and improve. Unless you're open-minded with who you play with, and unless you take the scrims serious, even if it's the lowest level of open scrims, unless you're taking those serious, trying to win, trying to be your best, not W-keying for no reason because in your head all those other players are garbage, then you won't improve, and you probably won't see the amount of success that you want to see. There's a reason that you're not in these pro scrims yet, and that's okay. That's because you haven't grinded yet. You haven't grinded the scrims. I've been playing scrims for 2 years, for probably like 1/4 of my day, unless it's a tournament day. Like, it takes experience. You have to grind it, and the grind should be fun. You should get teammates that want to grind and that want to improve, and it'll make the grind very enjoyable. The East Open Discord is going to be linked. It's going to be the first link in the bio, actually. You can't miss it. If you can't click on it, then just copy and paste the link, whether you're on mobile or on PC. And I definitely recommend that you utilize all the things that I explained to you. This is the best advice that I think anyone could give you in terms of finding teammates and joining scrims. So I really hope that you guys can take what advice I've given you and put it to test. Before I close out this video, I just want to talk to you guys about the trio update. So me and Claw have decided we're going to play with Expert Fape. He's got almost 13k earned. He's a really good mouse and keyboard player, so we're going to be playing the Cash Cups tomorrow, which I'm going to be streaming on Twitch all day, EU, NA East, and NA West, so make sure you check those out. And then the other exciting news that I wanted to share is I put out a tweet today. This is the one. You can check it out on my Twitter. And I was asking Acting Like Tommy to play in the upcoming Boom TV Duos tournament, which is invite only for big content creators or tier 1 pros. So I didn't get an invite. I was asking Tommy to play, and he actually responded to me on Twitter, and he said that he was down to play. So I cannot wait to play with him. That is going to be so much fun and such good content. So yeah, I'm super pumped about this, and I'm sure I'm going to have a video out tomorrow about the Cash Cups that we play in today, I guess, when this posts. But yeah, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if there's any other questions I didn't answer or anything you need to know. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. I'm in a two-seat, and before I speak about it, rather grab a loose leaf. 30 clip at a dip if I'm in a hoopty. And we spin the hot block with a mini Uzi. Had to send a couple shots, I've been acting bougie. All of a sudden, all these stars let me in their Gucci. They gon' make they pussy pop, tryna get my blue cheese. Low key.